the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. Well, we have a red hot Hyundai Veloster here, and it does have an N badge on the front. But let's not jump to any conclusions. Let's take it for a spin. Let's get inside and see what it's all about before we make our mind up about whether it's hot or not. Follow me. Let's go inside. And once inside, you'll notice right away, it says sports car. The inline badges here, right in these sport-inspired seat backs. Manual transmission. Not a lot of fluff. And I love these inline seat belts. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's take it for a spin. For starters, the Veloster N is fun to drive, no question. But how does it stand up against the Volkswagen Golf or the Honda Civic Type R or even the Subaru BRZ or Toyota 86? Those are its rivals. Well, for one, unlike the Volkswagen Golf, you can get this manual transmission in the 2022 Veloster. And unlike the Honda Civic Type R, you can also opt for an automatic wet dual clutch transmission for those quick, crisp shifts. Aside from that, there's not much to separate these cars. They're right in the same price range, and you'll get about the same grin from either of the cars mentioned. The Subaru BRZ and the Toyota 86 do both have that manual transmission, and they are rear-wheel drive though, so some of you may choose them over the Veloster N. Couple of things about the Veloster. 3 doors. What a weird setup. But once you make your way in here and you slide across this fixed cup holder, there's decent room here in this second row. It is a sports car, so what more can you expect? I'm 5'10", I fit in here without too much of a fuss. So for college kids, spring breakers, I guess you could take a road trip. There's a decent amount of space here for luggage and cargo taken to the beach. But if you're not gonna take any passengers, you do have folding second row seats. It's a 60-40 split, so no matter how odd shaped your cargo is, you can get it all behind the second row of seats. Okay, before you jump off, before you stop, I know most of you didn't come here to see what a commuter car this Veloster N is. If you want just a commuter car, drop the N and get the standard Veloster. If you can still find a 21, not available in 22. But here on the steering wheel, you can see Hyundai meant business. Now, while it takes a bit of execution to set up the launch control and to get this in the N drive mode, once you have it there from these selectors here on the steering wheel that I might add are so conveniently placed right here with all the rest of the safety sensors on the car, you engage this 6-speed manual transmission, which I might add is one of the nicest manual transmissions I've driven in a while. This Veloster will give you everything that your $33,000 brought you here for. And certainly that's performance. While some of these styling cues are functional, like the way here to cool off these brakes when you've taken this car and put it to the limit, I would have liked to have seen a few more functional vents here on the vehicle. And while I'm no engineer, my understanding is that this rear diffuser, along with this rear spoiler here on the roofline, helps to keep the back end of this Veloster down on the ground if you happen to take it for those extreme track days. And even though the only way you can get the Veloster now is in the N Sport trim, never fear. If you do want to use this vehicle as an everyday driver, it's easy to drive, mannerable, decent ride quality, and all the safety features that you've come to expect from Hyundai are here. Things like electronic stability control, forward collision avoidance and assistant with blind spot collision warning, lane follow assist, lane keeping assist, front and side curtain airbags. So At least you are protected on the days you're not your own worst enemy. Well, that's all the time we have today on the Auto Insider. But for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app and listen to all of our reviews in their entirety. The moment of truth. Is this 2022 Hyundai Veloster N hot or not? Well, for $33,000 and this kind of fun that we had in this car this week, I'd have to say it's hot. Now, more fun could possibly be had in other sports cars, but not for such a mark. I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.